In Maharashtra, the NCP leaders do not want Sharad Pawar to leave as the supremo of the party, and they are planning another strategy on that. There will be a proposal to reject Sharad Pawar's resignation, and that's likely to be moved in today's committee meeting. The statement has come from Praful Patel, NCP senior leader, who was standing right behind Sharad Pawar on that big day, and he has said this to India Today television. Praful Patel will himself move the proposal of rejecting Sharad Pawar's resignation. Let me now bring in Pankaj Upadhyay for the latest on that. Pankaj, I remember when you were reporting on that afternoon as well, there were all these leaders who were extremely emotional. They were constantly requesting Sharad Pawar to take back resignation, and he appeared very firm on that announcement. But when Praful Patel says we'll move a proposal, we will not accept, what does it mean? Why are they doing so?
Pooja, first of all, it's going to be an interesting day today when the core committee meeting takes place at 11 a.m. and the likes of Supriya Sule, Ajit Pawar, Chhagan Bhujbal, Praful Patel, Jayant Patil, PC Chako, and all these people who are a part of the core committee are going to meet today. Praful Patel, who was very emotional on that very day as well, has maintained that today at 11 a.m. the core committee meets and the proposal is going to be moved to reject the resignation of Sharad Pawar. But really remains to be seen when that proposal is moved, how Sharad Pawar is going to react because, his camp has already cited his ill health, his health concerns, and at the same time also remember what is the position of Ajit Pawar, who by the way commands a handsome support of the MLAs within the NCP. So it's going to be a very interesting day. While Ajit Pawar clearly, as it was seen from day one, wishes that there should be a change of guard now and so that they can go ahead and plan for their next move. And as Sharad Pawar himself has said, the time has now come that the new generation needs to take over and also go ahead with the decision that it intends to take. But we've clearly seen how there seems to be a clear rift within the NCP as well. There is a faction which includes the likes of Praful Patel and clearly maintains that.
But not just the NCP, isn't it, Pankaj? Even within the Mahavikas Aghadi alliance, that they need to keep together opposition unity. Because remember that Samna also had said that while all other leaders were asking Sharad Pawar to take back his resignation, Ajit Pawar said nothing like that. He was in fact in some ways trying to welcome the change. And this is why perhaps even the Mahavikas Aghadi alliance and some NCP leaders are on the same platform, are on the same view. Pankaj, if you can hear me, go ahead. So this clearly appears that this is as much about the NCP as much about the Mahavikas Aghadi.
Doubts are there whether after this big decision and the crisis, if you could call it, whether the MBA is going to remain intact. The former Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Uddhav Thackeray, yesterday asserted that irrespective of what decision is taken by the NCP, there's going to be no change as far as the unity and integrity of the MBA is concerned. But let's not forget, in the last week of April itself, Sharad Pawar had said, that he cannot say whether the MBA is going to fight together in the Assembly or the Lok Sabha polls. A lot needs to be decided. Mere desire is not enough. However, later he had clarified, that his statement was misinterpreted. But in his autobiography itself, he has raised question marks on the credibility of Uddhav Thackeray as a leader. He's raised question marks on the Congress party as well. Especially, he hinted in a very hard stance, he said that the Congress party, remembers its national level party status only when it is dealing with smaller parties, and when it comes to the question of giving importance to other parties, the Congress party does not behave in a fashion that it should be. So, with all these remarks coming into place and the tussle that we are seeing nearly on a daily basis between Sanjay Raut, Nana Patole, that is between the Uddhav Sena and the Congress party, it really remains to be seen whether this alliance after all is going to work out for many weeks now.
Are we looking at an election within the NCP, or do you think these are going to be the two names, possibly Ajit Pawar, Supriya Sule, who will be at the helm of affairs? Probably that is one of the reasons that other netas are still speculating about whose supervision, under who they will have to work.
Pooja, I think there are two things which I can share right now.
Sure.
One, with whatever the dramatic scenes that we've seen over the days in Mumbai, one, Sharad Pawar has clearly asserted his authority in the party and has clearly signaled who's the real boss. But the fact remains, on the other hand, Ajit Pawar also claims the support of majority of the MLAs within the NCP. And they are firmly standing behind Ajit Pawar, and they want him to be the president of the party. Yes, there are likes of Chhagan Bhujbal who say that since Supriya Sule is mostly concentrated in Delhi, she should be heading the affairs of the party and that she should be given the post. But there are many within the NCP here, the supporters of Ajit Pawar, who clearly say that Ajit Pawar will be a better administrator. We also have the names of Praful Patel and Jayant Patil, who've been loyalists of Sharad Pawar, that are doing the rounds. Their names are also floating. So right now it's very difficult to say as to what sort of deliberations are going on within the NCP. But yes, as you rightly pointed out, many people say that perhaps Supriya Sule could be given the national charge, and Ajit Pawar could be given the charge of the state, since he is more interested in the state politics. But you never know.
This
Sharad
proposal,
Pawar, over the past couple of days, with the kind of support he is getting, yeah.
Pankaj, so my another question would be this dramatic developments that we are looking at, this proposal by Praful Patel to say that we will reject Sharad Pawar's resignation, is it different from the committee meeting that is happening, where about these 18 leaders have come forth together to deliberate on the next course?
So after Sharad Pawar made the grand announcement that he is resigning as the president of the party, we saw the drama that unfolded. And then he has said that a core committee has been formed, which has all the senior leaders of the NCP in it. That core committee is going to sit and deliberate and decide as to what the final decision is really going to be. Importantly, yesterday when Sharad Pawar met his workers outside the YB Chauhan Center, he said that he needs to be given a day or two. The core committee is going to meet and a final call then is going to be taken. So right now it's Pooja, right now it's very difficult
it's not clear as of now, and importantly, will the cadre and the leaders be able to convince Sharad Pawar to rethink on his decision?